What's up, guys? This is a crypto market update. Today it looks like we got a little pop in the morning, then a drop right afterwards, and it could just be simply a retest of a breakout to retest now as support. We broke out above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, came up, we popped above the 50 momentarily, came back down, and I would like to see in 26 minutes us have the body of this candle on the 4-hour chart close above that red 200 moving average at 26,300. But let's go into the bond yields. So on the 2-day chart, we're looking at the bond yields, and we've not yet come up to that purple fibma at 4.65%. I'm expecting some resistance there when we do come up to it, and it looks like we're gonna. But as you can see, ever since April of this year, we've seen rejection, and that trend line is coinciding with that purple fibma. So that's going to be a key level that we want to see some resistance come in at. Then if we look at the dollar has two sell warnings. On the 1 day, it has a sell warning, and on the 12-hour, it has a sell warning. And if we look to the past, we can look at the past times that it's flashed a 12-hour sell warning and a 1-day sell warning. And you can see here that the sell warning flashed here back in May, and then it was like 7 days after we got the sell now, and then we went down for the dollar. We just got our sell warning on Monday of this week. No, sorry, Tuesday. So yesterday. Then if you look to the past time, back here in September, sell warnings, sell now came in. That was that utmost top. Then you can even go back, and it's done a good job at calling local tops in a bull rally for the dollar. And then if we go to the 1-day chart, you can see we haven't even flashed a 1-day sell warning since back here in September of 2022 on September 26th. And it's crazy, September 27th of this year, we got a sell warning. And the 1-day sell warning definitely holds a lot of weight, because even looking at this 1-day prepare to buy soon, that called the bottom here in July. Then we got the buy now, and then we start our uptrend. This 1-day sell warning that's flashing right now could very well call the top, and then in a couple days, 6 days, early October, we could see a sell now, and then we could see this roll over. So I'm definitely watching these sell warnings very closely. It's not something that you bat an eye over. And since we have a 1-day and 12-hour sell warning, and we're getting close to this 2618 extension around 107, this is where I want to see resistance come in around 108 to 107. This is our box where we want to see resistance reject us. So this box right here, we don't want to see us pop up above it and hold as support. So that's what I'm eyeing. That's what I'm looking at for the dollar. If we look at the stock market, we're on the 3-day chart, and we have the 50 moving average sitting at the bottom void line band at around 14,300. We maintained, if we go to the daily chart, these lows here, we want to see this is the first level we need to hold, and we're hanging on by a thread. If we break it, it's likely we're going to come down to that 200-day moving average here around 13,500 or 13,600. And then if we go back to the 3-day chart, you can see that's kind of coinciding with the 3-day 200 moving average as well, to around 13,700. So if we fall from this level where we're at, it's likely we're going to go to here, and this is right where we want to find support at. So then we want to get back above here and start our uptrend. That's what I'm watching for the stock market. If we look at the total crypto market cap, we're still at this big kind of VPVR level. So it's like a concrete floor that we're sitting on right now, and we want to continue to hold it. If you're looking at the 2-hour chart, you can see ever since Sunday, we've been holding this trend line as support. This is a micro support. We popped up above this key level here, and then swiftly got rejected back down, but we're holding up so far. So if we grab this low to the high here, you can see that, and that coincides with the fib forecaster. That's 786 right here. We came back down, retested as support. So I want to see us hold this level at 1.025 trillion. And then we have a 2-hour sell warning right now. If we look at the 4-hour chart, I don't think we have anything there. Nope, no sell warning. So also, if I grab a trend line coming down, you can see we clearly broke out. Let me hide the rest of these things. So we had a clear breakout of resistance here that started back in around September 19th. We broke out off this candle, came back down, and so far it's just a retest. of the 786 and the breakout of the resistance here. So if we look at the 12-hour chart, you can see it a lot clearer that this was a clear breakout of resistance. Then if we look at the TSI, if we kept that momentum today, we would have crossed up, but then that pull down caused us to have some red come in. The TSI came back down. So we want to see by the end of today, this cross back up and us get above the zero line here to see a substantial move higher. So the 12 hours are prepared to buy soon too. So that's good to see. So if we can get that cross up there, then we'll see that 12-hour buy now signal flash. Then looking at, and the reason why we want to see this happen by tonight is so that the 1-day chart can start to see that cross up. And then we can see the TSI have just a little kind of fake out and then pop back up and us get above the zero line there, and then some dark green to come in the MACD ASAP. So that's what I want to see out of the total crypto market cap. If we break that level though, and this is where the bigger picture 786 is, from this June low to the July high, we have our 786 here as well too that we're fighting to get above. If we break it, that a 996 billion is the next 786 from this low to this high. So that's what I'm watching for the key levels. And until that point where we break down and try to find some support here, or until we get back above here and then break above the 786 around 1.066 trillion, then we'll talk about the targets to the upside. But from now, this is going to be our key levels. Our middle line here at where we're at now, 1.025 trillion, then 996 billion to the downside, 1.066 trillion to the upside. Total 3, so the altcoins, we're on the daily chart. So we have the pink crossing up here above that 50 line. We want to see it, but really on the 1 day, we want to see the total 3 get above this 50 moving average at 326 billion. If we can get above there, then I want to see us get above 333 billion, then 350 billion we get above, then it's a pump up for the altcoins. But until then, until we get above that point, we could come back down, retest 312 billion at the 786 as our support. So this is where we want to see us continue to hold this level. If we pull down here, we want to see a bounce. But really, we want to get above 326 billion, then above 333 billion here, and then ultimately above 350 billion, so we can then experience a bigger run up. Then we have this trend line coming down like that we're running into as well too. And I think we got rejected from this morning. You can see we had a rejection here, a ton of rejections here, and that's where we found our rejection this morning. So yeah, that's key to get above 333 billion first off. Then if we look at Bitcoin on the 12-hour chart, so I want to see us get back above this 50 moving average, this green moving average with the candle body close. We broke above this 786 here, but then came back down. If I grab the low now to the high up here, even though we got rejected from this 786, we found support on this 786. So we want to see us hold 26,200. Critical to do that. And then us to give another run up here to get back above 26,700. That's the first level we said. And then ultimately, if we can get above there, then getting above 27,200 is going to be the key to then hold that support. And then we'll likely come up here to 28,500. Where the 12-hour 200 moving averages are residing at. And that's going to be the key level that if we get above, then we can see a substantial move higher into the 30K area, but we're going to take it level by level. So that's what I want to see. I want to see us hold 26,200 as support here. If we break down from that level, then the next one is like 25,483, which is like the line in the sand in my book. And then we really need to get above 26,700. And if we do, then the next level is 27,200. And if we can get above there, then we're coming up to around 28,500. So that's our key levels. We're at one right now. We got rejected by one this morning. We want to see us by the end of the day hold this level, and then ultimately by the end of this week get above 26,800, ideally 27,200. If we look at XRP on the 12-hour chart is trying to hold this 50 moving average here, and you can see that we found resistance at it, then we got above support, support. We broke down below it momentarily, we then found support again with the bodies of the candles on the 12-hour chart. We touched down our 786 is at 0.4948. Look at this big VPVR level as well too. That's why it's been so tough to get out of this zone where we've just been finding our support at the bottom of this VPVR. See how you can see all that support. When we break down below it, it's usually a dump down, and then we're finding a lot of resistance right here because we have, that's the top of our VPVR level. And then we have our middle line like this. That's kind of ping ponging us back and forth. So until we leave this zone, there's not going to be a substantial move, but we can see that we have a trend line coming down like that we broke out of earlier but came back down. Now we're testing that 50 moving average as support. But we can look at the bottom indicators to see what's the momentum saying. Right now we are crossing down, so that's why by the end of today we want to see this TSI cross back up above the zero line so we can continue melting up. But if we start to see us continue to cross down, that's going to spill over into the 1-day chart, and then the 1-day chart could roll over like that, and we don't want to see that. If anything, we want to see the 12-hour start to level off, and then this 1 day will go like that, and then we want to see the 12-hour cross up, so then the 1 day can pull up like that. Then if we look at XLM is still holding that key level. If we go to the 12-hour chart, you can see that we broke out of this trend line from September 18th of resistance. We broke out here, came back down, and we didn't retest it, but clear breakout there. And then we had the buy signal here. We had the prepare to buy soon on the 12-hour. We're waiting for that buy now signal. Right now with the TSI crossing the MACD green and the stock RSI crossing up, it looks like we're going to get it as long as we can keep this momentum today. And then if we can push up even higher to like 0.116, we have the 1 day prepare to buy soon, and then we'll flash the 1 day buy now. And you know what we're looking for Stellar with that 4-day chart. And we're at this second level or like this second hump where we go down once, up once, down the second time, then we run, ultimate bottom we go, down once, up once, second time we come down, ultimate bottom, then we go, and then down one, up once, down for the second time, and we're just waiting for that to pull up through that 20 line. Then we can say, all right, bottom, and then we go. And that would be a 50% move. So I'm looking to strike on that. Then looking at Bitcoin XRP, we need to break down below this 12-hour moving average here, the 200 moving average on the 12-hour, and we need to stay below the 50. And we keep kind of looking like we're going to break down from this 200, then it looks like we're going to break up from this 50, and then we pull back down. So just like the USD chart, we just keep ranging between these two levels, and we want to see this break down. And if we look at the 3-day chart, we're close to doing it because we have a stock RSI coming down, but we need to see that ultimately hard stop here and pull down like that so we can know, all right, it's time to go in. We're finding resistance at this 50 moving average here ever since September 10th, resistance, and then this morning resistance. So I really would like to see us by the end of this candle, which is tonight, us start to really see momentum and a push down below this horizontal line here. We look at the 2-day chart, you can see that we're about to cross down on the 2-day. And there's been no fake outs. Like looking at this, we crossed down on the 2-day TSI. That was our fall down from May. And then we saw another one across down the TSI in July. That was our fall down in July. And we're about to cross down right now. So any moment, we could just see it pop. So that's why paying attention over these next couple of days here will be key, because we're sitting at a critical juncture. And we can see that the Bitcoin XRP chart looks like it's about to roll over, and XRP, looking at that, is holding key levels. And then looking at the 3-day chart, we're crossing up with that stock RSI, and that's never missed the beat as well too. You can look at the cross up here, we went up, cross up here, we went up, cross up here, we went up, and we're doing it again right now. So we need to see a push up, we need to see momentum come in. I'm going to be tracking it in real time in the Discord. Link is in the bio. Come join it if you're not already in it. And we're going to leave it off at that, guys. So I will see you in the Discord and in the next video.